Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor. I'm your favorite financial coach and educator, and I'm here to help you gain clarity, control, and confidence with your money. Now, money is way more behavioral and emotional than we realize. So in 10 minutes or less, I'm going to help you make sense of your money so that it feels clear and more manageable without overwhelm. Let's get into today's money lesson. Today's money lesson is going to challenge you a little bit, but it's okay. I believe that you are going to step up to this challenge. Now, I'm here to tell you that you don't have a money problem. You have a clarity problem. Now, most people think that they're just bad with money, and you've heard me say it before, being bad with money is not a character flaw. Mostly, you're just disconnected from your money. Most people don't actually know what their money is doing on a day-to-day basis. They're pretty much playing Russian roulette with their money. You swipe your card, you tap it, you have things auto-drafting out, and then you just kind of move on. Then at the end of the week, you realize, oh, I don't have any money in my account, and you don't know why. You're asking questions of, where did it go? How are you short again? Or, man, I have to use my credit card just to get to the next payday. And that is just a reflection of not having clarity with your money. And if you want to improve your relationship with money, clarity is going to be your starting point. Clarity with your money helps you manage your money well, helps you plan for your future, and also helps you build the life that you want. And that's exactly where we're starting today. So before we talk about numbers, I want to talk about vision. What kind of life do you want to live? No, seriously, I'm asking, what kind of life do you want to live? I want you to dream big and dream past survival and think about your future, because the life you want is going to dictate how you use your money. Do you want flexibility? Do you need freedom? Do you want to travel the world? Do you want to retire early? Do you see yourself with a family? You have to get very specific about the details of the life you want to live. And I want you to take the time to do that. So if you need to pause this video and come back and finish, please do so. Write it out, write the vision of your life down. That way we can align our money to do that. So now that you know what type of life you want to live, that's going to dictate the type of income that you need to bring into your household. Now, a lot of times we take jobs because we need a check. And in this economy, that is so real. But we also have to value ourselves enough to pursue an income that's going to support the lifestyle that we dream of. And if your income can't support the vision or the dream that you have for your life, then some things need to shift. Develop a new skill, negotiate your salary, find a new industry, or even find a way to get some side income. Our income has to match and support our lifestyle in order to live out our dreams and get to some of our goals. Okay, now that we've talked about the vision and the dream for our life, let's talk about how our money should align with that. Let's get practical and know our numbers. Here's the first number you need to know. How much do you earn or bring into the household after taxes? You would be surprised how many people don't know how much they're making in their jobs. And if you don't know how much you're bringing in a paycheck, how would you know if your job shortchanged you? You really need to know that dollar amount to the penny. And once you know that dollar amount, the second number you need to know is your monthly expenses. How much are you spending each month on rent or mortgage, your car note, car insurance, monthly utilities, how much you're paying on subscriptions, even if you're paying back debt, how much you're spending in your debt payoffs. Now, once this number is calculated, you'll be able to compare if your expenses outweigh your income. And in the previous video, we talked about living below your means, and this is exactly where you can see if you're going to have some margin there or some wiggle room within your finances. If your expenses outweighs your income, that's clarity. If you realize you're always short or you're always relying on credit cards to fill in those gaps, or you see you have a lot of afterpays or those buy now, pay later platforms that you're paying back, that's just a reflection of your choices. And that's where we need to find that clarity within our money to make some changes. Now, here is the simple equation. Income minus expenses is what you have left over. And as I mentioned, that's that margin or that flexibility that you're going to need within your money. And this is exactly where people slip, because most of us spend without awareness. We're tapping, we're swiping, and those unplanned expenses is what's going to push you into a debt cycle. It's going to be really hard for you to get out of. And we're going to talk a lot more about debt cycles later on in some of these money lessons. All right, so we know our two numbers. We know how much income we have, and we know how much we're spending in expenses, and now we know what's left at the end. So here's your challenge and your homework assignment. For 1 week, I want you to observe your spending. Ask yourself questions to get more clarity on how you're using your money. What did you spend your money on? How much did you spend? What triggered you to spend in that moment? How are you feeling? What were your emotions at the time? Did you purchase a need or was it a want? This is going to bring more awareness to your behaviors and your emotions when you're using your money, because a lot of our spending is often a stress relief. It's avoidance from what we're dealing with in life. It can also be a celebration. It can be out of boredom, and it can also be due to comparison, especially now in the social media world that we live in. So I just challenge you to slow down long enough for you to notice. Again, the next week, 7 days, take into account where you're spending, how you're spending, and why. That is going to be the shift that you need to gain clarity within your money. Now, remember, we're working on clarity, control, and confidence. And clarity is what's going to give you control. When you know your numbers, when you understand your habits, when you're honest about your income, your expenses, and your spending, you stop feeling confused, and then you can start making aligned decisions. It's going to align to the life that you want, the future that you want to build, and the stability that we all deserve. So no longer say you have a money problem or you're bad with money. You just need clarity with your money, and that's something that you can build. All right. Now, I want to hear how that homework went. Leave me a comment below and tell me what's been triggering you to spend. How many impulse purchases did you have within a 7-day period? Whether it's shopping, whether it's food, whatever. You let me know in the comments. Now, I really hope this money lesson has helped you, and if it did, I invite you to stay here. Please subscribe to my channel, share it with a friend or family member, bring them along on their journey through finance. Because here we are taking money one step at a time. We are bringing clarity to our money, gaining control, and building our confidence along the way. And if there are any parts of your money or your finances that's still unclear to you, leave me a comment below, and I will see you at the next money lesson.